قد كفاني علم ربي من سؤالي واختياري
Assalamu alaikum.
فدعائي
My name is Hamzah Naushad, and I'm a graduate of the Al Riyadh International School, class of 2020. Today, I'm going to talk you through some skills and qualities which I think will really help you become a better and more effective learner, and which will prove to be useful throughout your learning and career journeys. The first thing I want to mention is how important it is that you pursue something which you're truly passionate and curious about. It should be something that you enjoy learning. It should make you think. It should make you wonder. It should be something that fascinates you. So always pursue something which gives you that feeling. Explore your interests and explore your experiences to find that. And only then will you be curious and motivated enough to learn about it and explore the depths of that subject. But once you have overcome that, there's another barrier you need to carefully work your way through. And that is mastering planning, organizational skills, and self-discipline. In my opinion, the number one thing that stops most passionate and even motivated learners from achieving their goals in education is basically a lack of self-discipline. See, motivation and passion will drive you to make a schedule in the first place, to make one. But you need to be able to stick to that schedule. And for that, you need self discipline and consistency in effort. You need to be able to stop procrastinating. You need to be able to put in a long amount of effort, a consistent amount of effort over a prolonged period of time to be able to really achieve your goals. If you have self discipline, you can have anything. You need schedules, you need time management skills, and you need a proper workspace and learning environment. Moving on, in order to learn best, you need to find a learning technique or a resource or basically a method of acquiring information which suits you best. Whether it be reading a book, taking notes, discussing it with your friends or your teacher, you have to find what works best for you, or whether it may be watching videos of YouTube or Khan Academy. So the point is figure out how you learn best. Once you have all of that, I think it's important to develop some basic skills which prove to be useful in any line of study or in any line of career. And these are your academic skills, such as memory and recall, so that you can retain the information you're getting. Problem solving in order to be able to apply the knowledge you have into real world problems. Critical thinking, because you have information from so many sources these days, and you need to judge which these sources are reliable, which are not, and you need to be able to question the information they're giving you in order to make your own hypothesis based on your own knowledge. Speed reading will really help you process and comprehend that large amount of information in a short amount of time as effectively as possible. Digital literacy, I think it's kind of obvious because we use computers a lot these days, and that use of computers, that reliance we have, will not decrease over the upcoming years. And lastly, you need to be able to communicate and present your ideas in a suitable and in an appealing form. And you need that skill as well. Take a moment to note these down, maybe, or look at these very carefully. These are skills which will apply everywhere and you need to develop. So moving onwards, once you're done with all the academic stuff, I think one thing which a lot of students neglect or ignore throughout their learning journeys is basically their own emotional well-being. It's not just about teachers and learning. You have your friends, you have your family, and there are more than just school. This is more than just school. You have more than just that going on in your life, and no matter how much you try to separate these things, it will affect your own personal well-being and emotional state of being, will affect your productivity and learning process. You need to be able to understand, manage your emotions, and be able to understand and manage other people's emotions. Finally, if it ever gets too difficult, it's okay to seek help from a psychologist or a therapist. And it's very important that you're able to master what's called emotional intelligence. That is pretty much the end of my talk, but here's a list of resources, as I told you earlier. This is an audiobook which will help you develop self-discipline and some of that consistency and effort, which I told you is absolutely crucial. Emotional intelligence for self-discipline. Then there's a Coursera course online provided by Coursera. It's called Learning How to Learn, and it comes with this companion book, A Mind for Numbers. These will help you develop some effective learning techniques and techniques to just improve your understanding about how humans learn and how you can improve information and your learning process. There's another book, Use Your Head, which will help you develop some of those skills like memory and recall and speed reading and some things like that. All of these are readily available on online or basically on local bookstores. There's a 6 course specialization available on Coursera. It's paid, but it will help you develop some of the other skills like digital literacy, problem solving, and critical thinking. Anyways, I think all of this was helpful. I hope all of this was useful to you, and I wish you the best in your academic and career journeys. Thank you for listening.